there are some husbands that are downright stingy. They don't want to spend. They hold on so tight to it. Even when their necessity, when their wives or their kids need things, they're still holding on to it very tightly. Stinginess is a disease. Prophet ﷺ said in Sahih al-Bukhari, ما من يوم يصبح العباد فيه, every morning إلا ملكان ينزلان, that two angels descend. فيقول أحدهما, one of them says, اللهم أعطي منفقا خلفا. Oh Allah, reward the one who spends generously with more. ويقول الآخر, and the other one says, اللهم أعطي ممسكا تلفا. Oh Allah, bring destruction to the one who withholds. So if you end up with a stingy husband, that's the kind of man that even the angels are praying against, to destroy his wealth. It is the hardest trait for a husband to have. Like in a marriage, this makes a woman's life miserable. What causes stinginess in a husband? Number one reason is it could be modeled by family members and community members. So for example, stingy person can see that their family has money, but they're not spending where it's needed. Or he needed to go, for example, a community member to ask for a favor or something, and they were totally able to provide that, but they didn't. That kind of attitude from a family member or community members can lead to now then the child growing up embodying that and realizing, okay, so this is, people don't give you things, so I better hold on to my things. It could also result from being poor earlier. So the scarcity mindset, where you see that you want things that really need those things, but you can't have them. So when you grow up feeling very poor, so then when you start earning money, then you want to hold on to it. And another reason could be friends or family members cautioning him. So before marriage, they're telling him, you got to be careful with women. They take your money, and if you're not careful with them, they're going to take all your money, spend all your money. They love spending, they're shopaholics, and you're going to end up broke. So if somebody cautioned him, then your husband, maybe he's a normal person, but then he's entering marriage with this scared mindset, oh, my wife's going to take all my money. So now he's holding on to it, and anything you request, even if it's reasonable, he might think, this is what I've been warned about. I better be careful. And also, it could happen, stinginess could result from personal experiences or experiences of the people around him. For example, he saw that a woman married a wealthy man and then took his wealth and divorced him, or things like that. So things that he sees in the society, in the news, it could make him scared. And it could also be a personality trait. Now, what does a personality trait mean? That some people are naturally prone towards saving. When they're kids, you can see that. You can see those personality traits where they love to save their things. They love to take care of them and put them away and lock them up and don't take them out, things like that. So you could notice those personality traits from early on. So some people are just naturally prone to that. And then it could be that the man has a very hard professional life. Now, a very hard professional life, if he's being ridiculed at a workplace, if the boss is putting unreasonable demands on him, or if he's working really hard at his workplace, then he thinks that, the money he's earned with his blood and sweat, he's just holding on to it because he works so hard for it. He doesn't want to let go of it now so easily. And it could also result from the love of control or power, because money is power. So sometimes some men love that power, that they can make things happen. They can get what they want basically if they control their money. And it could also be from emotional unfulfillment in marriage. Ladies, you need to be careful of that. Sometimes if the husbands are miserable in marriage, they're not getting their needs met and they're not getting the emotional fulfillment, then they're going to be miserable and stingy, because money is a man's language of love as well. So if he wants to show love, he spends. And if he is miserable, he doesn't want to show love. So now that we've gone through some reasons of stinginess, let's see some solutions. Because through reassurance and wisdom, you can make a man spend however you wish, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. What are the ways you can make him spend? So first of all, let me tell you something. Many girls marry, and the biggest mistake they make in the beginning of the marriage in terms of finance is that they are a bit careless with their husband's money. And that is the time when he's learning about you. It's first impression time. So if his first impression about you is that you don't know the value of money, you don't care about the money, you're wasteful, if that's his first impression, then the results of it could last forever. So, ladies, when you first get married, it's very important that you show him that you really value his hard-earned money. You're going to be frugal with it. Not just for newly married, it's for all of you ladies. Wherever you're now, whatever damage has been done can be reversed, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. However, you have to be smart. You have to repeatedly apply those things. So first of all, you have to make him feel like you know that he's worked so hard for his money and you value that. You wouldn't waste it. You have to build trust with him. And how does the trust is built? Through several events, several occasions that you show him that you wouldn't spend more than necessary. For example, you're going to show him that you opt for cheaper options whenever. For example, same pot that you want to buy, you can get much cheaper from another brand. Then you're going to say, oh no, wait, I don't want to buy this one. It's for this amount. However, I can get the similar quality but much cheaper from this brand, so I'm going to buy that one. So you can show him your awareness, your money awareness, and you can show him that you opt for a cheaper option, that you try to find solutions so that you can make do with what you have and not unnecessarily buy more and more things. For example, if the button of your shirt is broken or your child's shirt is broken, you go like, oh, we don't need to buy a new one because of that. I can learn to fix it myself, or I know how to fix it myself. So if he sees you're declining to buy things and you are hesitant and you are frugal, then he relaxes around you. He's reassured now that you won't waste his money, that you are actually aware and mindful of how you spend. Make him feel generous. How do you make him feel generous? You be very appreciative of whatever he gives. You make sure to tell him, wow, you spend where it's necessary. You are very generous where it matters. So say things like that to him so that he feels generous. He feels like what he gives is appreciated. And that even if your husband is the most stingy man, ladies, it is among wisdom that you make him feel that he's generous. That you make him feel that he is spending on you and that you notice that. So you notice the things that he's spending on and then you tell him you really are generous where it matters. Also, the things you can use, among the solutions you can apply, is to show him how it will save him money in the long run. It appeals to his logic. So there's something you want to buy, you can tell him, if you can get this now, for example, oh, this is a great deal, and in the long run it's going to save us a lot of money. You can show him how spending on this is going to save him money in the long run. And sisters, timing is everything. You can't be bringing money matters up when he's stressed, when he's already feeling under a lot of strain, or when he's had a bad day at work. You have to choose your timings wisely. Also, involve him in the decision making. So say things like that. Do you think this brand is good, or should we get from another brand? Now he's not even thinking about whether he should spend on it or not. He's thinking about, okay, which brand to buy from. And also appeal to his emotions without guilt tripping him, without comparisons, without saying something like, oh, my friend's husband spoils her so much. No, without that kind of negativity. Let's just stay on the positive. So emotional appeal would be to show him how it will bring happiness and calm and peace in the house. Show him how actually spending money will bring him any benefits. Show him how it will benefit him in the long run, or not even the long run, in the short run. Like, for example, getting you this new dress is going to make you look so beautiful for him. So now he's thinking that he wants to buy you that dress. He wants to see you in that dress. So show him the emotional appeal combined with how much it will benefit him. Compliment his financial management. So stroke his ego in a way. So say, oh, you are so good at managing our finances. How do you think we can budget this expense that we really need? Can we fit this in our budget? And then he will take on that role of, okay, let's fit this in. I can do it. And take care of his needs and desires. Like we mentioned earlier, a miserable man is a stingy man.